Hello everyone. So yesterday we have discussed already about unit and the dimension. So what are the fundamental unit and dimension? How you will find the unit and dimension of the other quantities like force, energy. So we have some fundamental units. One of them is the length or the distance as a fundamental unit. So what are the unit and the dimension? Always write the dimension in the close bracket with the capital letter, and remember the fundamental MLT or LMT. Always write MLT, first M, then L, then T. So first use M, then L, then T. So actually in a daily class we will revise this some new things also. So this is the first fundamental unit, when the length or displacement or distance. But distance and displacement, distance is the scalar and displacement is the vector quantity, but both are under the length category. Or displacement, that is one point to another point you are moving. So then how you will measure the length of the distance? So this two will be measured in terms of the your meter or the centimeter. So you will use these two for the unit of length, and so the unit for distance is the meter or centimeter, and the SI unit is the meter, and the CGS unit is the centimeter. So you can use both unit also, and the relation between them we discussed previously, that 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So the dimension is in the capital L using the close bracket. So remember this unit and dimension. So the dimension is L in the close bracket. So next the fundamental unit is the mass. We already discussed it in the previous class. So the unit is kg or gram. Kg means the kilogram, and a kilo is 10 to the power 3, and the dimension is capital M upon bracket. So next is the time, and the unit is second. This is both SI and CGS unit. So you all know this three fundamental quantities, and we have to remember these three. So another is the temperature case. This is used in a heat case actually. So what are the units of the temperature? One is the degree Kelvin, another is the degree Celsius, and the last one is the degree Fahrenheit. But one of them is the degree Kelvin, that is the most SI unit. You have to remember that asking in the entrance. So the Kelvin is the SI unit. So you use the dimension as capital K in the open bracket. So always use the bracket and use the capital letter for the units. So these are the four fundamental units. You have to remember this, because using this we can derive the other quantities like your force, your mass, your acceleration, your velocity, then your angular momentum. So these are the four fundamental units. You have to remember this to know about the other quantities of the physics. So torque, one of them is torque there, then energy, then heat. We already discussed this in the previous class. If you want to know more about the unit and dimension, you can go through the first video. So these are the unit and dimension. Please remember this. This is the fundamental quantities actually. Using this we can evaluate the other quantities of the physics. So try to remember this, the unit and dimension. So today we will discuss about a new topic, that is our vector calculus, how a vector will represent it, and which quantities are called vector and which quantities are called scalar, because in the world the physical quantities are under the two categories. So let's discuss more about on this. So this is the vector or the vector calculus. Using the mathematical operation, then multiplications, then the different technique will be used in this calculus. So we have two categories in of the physical quantity, and the operation under will be calculus. So the vector calculus, the vector calculus contains the two categories of the physical quantities. That is the physical quantities we know, that is the mass, the velocity, the acceleration, the distance, and the displacement. So these are the physical quantities, and we classify them into two categories. So the physical quantities are classified into two categories. So what are the two categories? One is vector and another is the scalar form. So what is vector? Then what is scalar? How will we recognize that this is one vector, this quantity is scalar? So let's go thoroughly about this. Actually, this video made separately and the audio also made separately. So I am trying to connect it this. So these are the vector and scalar quantities. So which are scalar? Which quantities we call scalar? The quantities which have only magnitude, no direction. The physical quantity which have only magnitude, there is no direction. So what is the meaning that it has magnitude, it has no direction? That is important. The theory is that the physical quantity which have a magnitude only and no direction, we call it as your scalar quantity, like your mass or your speed or your time. So these are the scalar quantities. But how you know what is the meaning of that? The physical quantity have only magnitude. What is the meaning of that? So this is important. The meaning is that the magnitude is same in all direction. If you are taking 5 kg of tomato or 5 kg of anything, any objective mass, so if you are taking then its magnitude will be same in all direction. If you go to the west, then the magnitude same. If you goes to the east, then also the magnitude same. So in all direction the magnitude is same. Now comes to the vector. So what is the vector? Now it has magnitude and direction. So the physical quantity which have both magnitude and direction, these are called vector. But in case of scalar, the magnitude is same in all direction. अगर तुम ईस्ट की तरफ जाओ या वेस्ट की तरफ जाओ तो जहाँ भी जाओ वो 5 kg मास 5 kg ही रहेगा. तो अब वेक्टर में क्या होता है, जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट होता है, जो वेलोसिटी होता है, तो वो अगर तुम एक्स एक्सिस में जाओ तो कुछ अलग रहता है, वाई एक्सिस में जाओ तो कुछ अलग रहता है. तो इसीलिए उसे वेक्टर कैटेगरी में रखा गया है. तो सो लेट्स डिस्कस मोर अबाउट द स्कालर. सो द स्कालर क्वांटिटीज ओनली हैव magnitude. So remember, this is very simple. You have to remember the two words that the magnitude has only the magnitude scalar has. So that means you go any direction, the magnitude will not change. But in vector case, in the different direction we have different magnitude, and we have three major directions, that is our x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. So that we'll discuss in a vector case. So let's discuss more about the scalar. So it has magnitude, so that means the magnitude is same in all direction. अगर तुम कोई भी मास को लेकर उस ईस्ट दिशा में जाओ या वेस्ट दिशा में जाओ, तो कोई भी डायरेक्शन में जाओ, उसका मैग्नीट्यूड सेम ही रहेगा. तो उसमें मैग्नीट्यूड कोई कुछ भी कहीं पर चेंज भी नहीं होगा डायरेक्शन की वजह से. तो उसको उस ऐसे क्वांटिटी को हम बोलते हैं कि वो स्कालर क्वांटिटी है. So what are the scalar quantities that will never change if you go to any direction? So that under the category of the scalar. So remember, so what are the scalar quantities? One of them is the mass. Mass is the scalar quantity. So the unit of mass is kg and the dimension is capital M. And another thing is the distance. So first of all, the distance is the scalar quantity. Remember, the distance and displacement, these are both different quantities. Distance and displacement, the meaning is same, that is under the length category, but distance is the scalar, but and displacement is the vector. Distance means how many paths you are gone, how many paths you are traveled. So that is the distance and mass, then the speed. There is two quantities, speed and the velocity. Remember, both are same, but speed is scalar and velocity is vector, and mass is always scalar. We'll discuss how what is the distance and the displacement, what is the difference between them. So that we will discuss later. But remember, distance is the scalar and displacement is the vector. Speed is the scalar, velocity is the vector. So let's go to the vector. So what is the vector? So what is a vector? So the vector is generally two things to be remembered. The first of all, it has magnitude and direction. So it has both magnitude and direction. Compare this to scalar. The scalar has only magnitude, no direction. But in the vector, it has magnitude and it has also direction. I have given my WhatsApp number in the description. You can check there, and if you have any doubt, you can contact with me. I will send the PDF. Better if the video is visible, then write the notes and ask me if any mistake or any ununderstandable things you can share with me. I will help you. So what is the vector? It has magnitude and direction. That means what is the magnitude and direction? That means the magnitude is either same or difference. So we will discuss that difference case, but this magnitude may be same. This magnitude may be same, but we will discuss the different in different direction. So the magnitude is a difference in a difference direction. Magnitude means the value of a quantity. Suppose we are going to market and take 5 kg. So 5 kg is the magnitude, and we will discuss how a vector is represented and how you calculate its magnitude. But first of all thing, magnitude first of all thing, आपको ये याद रखना है कि मैग्नीट्यूड एक वैल्यू है. 5 kg है, 5 पेन्स है, तो 2 kg बोतल है. तो ऐसा जो भी उसका वैल्यू है जिससे हम मेजरमेंट करते हैं, तो पहले ही हमें सिखाया गया था यूनिट मेजरमेंट. सो इसका मैग्नीट्यूड है वो डिफरेंट है इन डिफरेंट डायरेक्शन. अगर ईस्ट दिशा में जाओ तो अलग डायरेक्शन, वाई दिशा में जाओ तो अलग डायरेक्शन. तो हम उस वेक्टर को रिप्रेजेंट कैसे करें? अगर एक्स एक्सिस में डिफरेंट हो रहा है, वाई एक्सिस में डिफरेंट हो रहा है, तो उसको हम कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करें? तो उसके लिए हमें चाहिए यूनिट वेक्टर. So first of all, unit vector. So what is unit vector? Now this is a vector. Unit vector is a vector which has magnitude is 1. Which has magnitude is 1. So unit vector also has direction and magnitude, but it has specific direction and the magnitude is unit. And we will notify what is the unit direction in x-axis, what is the unit direction in y-axis, what is the unit direction in z-axis. So how many axes we have? We have 3 axes, x, y and z. If you look into the corner, we have x, y, z. So the vector is denoted by v cap. That means the unit vector is represented by v cap, not the vector. So any unit vector we can represent it as v cap. Suppose in the question there is a vector given. So how we will find out the unit vector? It has some equation. So let us discuss about what are the unit vectors. So remember unit vector. So it is a vector which has magnitude 1. So there are 3 types of unit vectors are present. In the general case, to represent a vector, we need this unit vector. So first of all is the I cap. What is the I cap? Now I cap is the unit vector along x-axis. You look to the corner, one is x-axis, another is y-axis, and another is the z-axis. So the upward is the z-axis, and in the plane there is x and y-axis. So if one particle is moving along x-axis, we can denote its unit vector as I cap. Then j cap. So what is j cap? This is the unit vector along y-axis. So remember these things, remember these small things. What are scalar, how you know the scalar, what are vector, how you know vector. So add the unit vector. So last of all, this is the k cap. This is the unit vector along z axis. So I cap is the unit vector along x axis, j cap is the unit vector along y axis, and k cap is the unit vector along z axis. So also we can denote I cap as a x cap, j cap as a y cap, and k cap as a z cap. We also denoted. You can choose this one of them between these two. You can use I cap, j cap, k cap, or x cap, y cap, z cap. But use the cap, that is the representation of the unit vector. If you remove the cap, then that will not be vector, that will only magnitude. If you remove the cap or the vector representation, that is the arrow, we will discuss later. Don't remove the cap. If you will remove the cap, then that will be the magnitude. So this is the unit vectors. Remember what is I cap, what is j cap, what is k cap, x, y, j cap, and the magnitude. Okay, let's erase it. Okay, so let's discuss about the vector representation. How will represent a vector? We have three vectors and we have magnitude. What do we discuss? Magnitude and direction. Magnitude is the value and the direction are the unit vectors in different direction I, j, k. So how a vector represented? Let us consider a vector. So look to the arrow. It is like a straight line, then one arrow in the end. So a vector equal to a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap. So what are the magnitude of a vector? Remember this formula and the notation, that is two bracket, actually that is not bracket, two straight lines, that is upward straight lines, a vector, and it is denoted by the magnitude. So one new character is come here, so that is a vector magnitude. So what is the formula? a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square, then it's a whole square root. So this is the magnitude. What is the magnitude of a vector? But what is a1, a2, a3? That is also important. So a1 is the magnitude of the vector a in x direction. So a1 is the magnitude of vector capital A. Of vector capital A is in the x direction. Then what is a2? Magnitude of vector capital A in y direction. And what is a3? This is the magnitude of vector A in z direction. So this is the magnitude. Remember, a1, a2, a3 are different. This is the magnitude in x, y, and z direction. But a vector magnitude is the total magnitude of the vector. That is the value. So remember this. This is the magnitude formula. So now we'll later discuss, that is the direction. So this is the magnitude. Now what is the unit vector again? For any vector, what is the formula of unit vector for any vector? So we have a vector and the unit vector formula is a cap, because unit vector is cap. Cap is the difference. So a cap is equal to a vector by a vector magnitude. So a cap is the unit vector of a vector. That is a vector divided by its magnitude. So you know how to find out the magnitude of a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square root over. Then write the a vector divided by its magnitude. This will give you the magnitude. Actually, sometimes we only a write as the magnitude. That is the notation, different type of notation. So what is the magnitude of I cap? This is 1. What is the magnitude of j cap? 1. And k cap magnitude is 1, because these are the unit vector. First of all, I told you I cap, j cap, k cap are the unit vectors which has magnitude 1. Then this is the vectors. So remember, so what are the vectors? Now displacement is the vector, velocity is the vector. So these are the vectors. That means that when you write the displacement or velocity or acceleration or force or your your momentum, linear momentum or angular momentum, so these are the vector quantities. So you have to write, suppose you are writing displacement vector, then like write capital S and the vector notation in the upper side. Then you are write velocity, then write v, then the arrow. So use the arrow for vector and use the cap for unit vector, and remember how you find out the magnitude and how a vector will be denoted. So we just read up to that, what is the magnitude, what is the direction, how you know the vector, how you know the scalar, how you represent the vector, and how you will represent the unit vector. So we have a vector, a1 vector, actually that is not a1, let's take a and b vector. So b vector is b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap, and a1 vector is a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap. So a1 b1 a2 b2 a3 b3, these are magnitude in xyz direction, and remember which magnitude connected to which unit vector. So let the operation start, that is the addition, vector addition. So we have to add these two vectors. So remember we have to add the coefficients only, a1 b1, then a2 b2, then your a3 b3. So you have to add the coefficient of I cap, the coefficient of j cap, and the coefficient of k cap. So add the coefficients, a1 plus b1 I cap plus a2 plus b2 j cap plus a3 plus b3 k cap. So this is the vector addition. So you add the vectors, two vectors, and remember the coefficient to be added and similar coefficient. This is important. You have to find out what is the coefficient of I cap in A case and what is the coefficient of I cap in B case, then add them, a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3, and the plus sign in the middle, this is a3 b3, that's the k cap direction. So remember there is two plus sign, one is a1 plus b1, that is due to the coefficient, and the middle plus sign, this is the middle one. So now subtract them. This is the subtraction actually, the heading to be changed, that is addition written, so that is subtraction, so a minus b. So similarly you just minus a1 minus b1, a2 minus b2, plus a3 minus b3, but remember I cap plus a2 minus b2 j cap plus a3 minus b3 k cap, because this plus sign is due to that ab vector. Because I cap is not negative, its coefficients are negative, the b vector coefficient are negative. So remember this thing. So now if the b vector, one component, that is the j cap component, is minus b2 given, this is the difference. Suppose b2 is given plus b2 is given minus b2, then this minus sign, what you will do, now a2 minus of minus b2, a2 minus of minus b2, and that double minus will be plus. So this minus sign, one of minus sign is a2 minus, then again the minus sign is the a minus b, two sign a minus b, yes, a minus b. So this is the minus sign, and the minus sign, the another minus sign is due to the minus b2. So when you are subtracting a2 minus minus b2, subtract. So remember the coefficient is the important. I cap plus j cap plus k cap, these are the unit vectors, that will be same. So remember how the coefficients only subtract. The difference in addition and subtraction is the coefficients are different. So you have to look most importantly what are the coefficient of I cap, j cap and k cap, then add or subtract them. Addition and subtraction same thing. So one of them is the single thing, the null vector. So remember this, a vector which has magnitude 0 is called null vector. So the vector whose magnitude is 0 is called null vector. So null vector is a vector which magnitude is 0. Actually, what is 0? 0 means a1, a2, a3, that all are 0, or b1, b2, b3, that all are 0. So this is null vector. So a1, a2, a3, these are all 0, because you look to the magnitude. A of magnitude, a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square, the square root, and the square cannot be negative. That's why a1, a2, a3, these all are 0. Okay, so let's erase it. So remember about the null vector. So up to that we have the magnitude, the direction, then the addition, then the subtraction. So remember the trick, how to use the trick. Now let's go to the multiplication. So we have two types of multiplication. One is a dot product and another is the cross product. So one of them is the dot product and another is the cross product. So these are two products, and the dot product is represented by a simple dot and the cross product is by a cross. So remember the two vectors, because when we are adding or subtracting or a product, so minimum we need two vectors. So one is let a vector, that is your a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap, and a b vector, that is your b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap. So these are two vectors, and a1, a2, a3 are magnitude, I cap, j cap, k cap are directions. So that's why AB are vectors, because we know that what is a vector. So dot product, it is represented by a single dot. Remember, a single dot. So how we will represent? Now a vector dot b vector, a vector dot b vector, you have to dot it. दैट मीन्स अगर हम उसका डॉट प्रोडक्ट करना चाहते हैं तो हमारा डॉट देना चाहिए. तो व्हाट इज़ द फार्मूला? ए मैग्नीट्यूड बी मैग्नीट्यूड इंटू कॉस थीटा, ए मैग्नीट्यूड इंटू बी मैग्नीट्यूड इंटू कॉस थीटा. So a magnitude is a scalar quantity. We know that a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square root over, then b magnitude b1 square plus b2 square plus b3 square, and then the cos theta. So what is theta? Theta is the angle between a vector and b vector. So remember, theta is the angle between a vector and b vector. So this is one formula. The another formula of dot product is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2, or a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3. So only coefficients you just are. So you have two formula, a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2. The coefficient only multiplied and then plus sign in between them. So a magnitude b magnitude cos theta, this is one formula, and another formula a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2. So this is another simple formula. If angle is given in the question, that is in the question, if angle is given, then you use the first formula, and if angle is not given, use the second formula. So ये थोड़ा याद रखना, थीटा इज द एंगल बिटवीन ए वेक्टर एंड बी वेक्टर. सो दैट इज द, इफ एंगल इज गिवन टू यू, देन यूज द first formula. If angle is not given, use the second formula. And remember, a magnitude b magnitude into cos theta. So theta is the angle between a vector and b vector. Then how you will find angle between two vectors? Angle between two vectors, that means how you find theta. This is another question. That means in the question a and b vector will be given, how you will find theta. So from 1 and 2 equation, cos theta is nothing but a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by a magnitude b magnitude. Because we have two formula and one equation is there. So cos theta is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by a magnitude b magnitude. You can calculate a magnitude b magnitude using the formula a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square, and b magnitude b1 square plus b2 square plus b3 square. So what is theta? Now theta is the cosine inverse. So you know the inverse trigonometry in the 10th class. So theta is cosine inverse, that the upper and the lower one, a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by a magnitude into b magnitude, A magnitude into B magnitude. The magnitude is scalar. Remember, magnitude is scalar. Because this is only a formula, a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square, and b magnitude is b1 square plus b2 square plus b3 square. So this is the angle between two vector using cross product. So theta equal to is there. So the line is disturbed actually. This is my mistake to write it in straight actually. Okay, theta equal to cos inverse at a dot b divided by a magnitude b magnitude. So theta is the angle between a vector and a b vector, and we will draw the diagram, then you will understand. This is the a vector and another is the b vector. So a vector is a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 cap, and b vector. So this is the angle theta between a vector and b vector. Remember, theta is the internal angle. This is the angle A to B. Okay, so remember. So now, what is the physical meaning of the dot product? What is the physical meaning of dot product? So you have to remember these two formulas. The physical meaning is nothing but the projection of vector A. The projection of vector A onto vector B. Remember, projection of A onto vector B. If you are writing a vector dot b vector, then the physical meaning is a vector projection onto b vector. If you are writing b dot a, that is different. So a dot b, so this is the a cos theta. You draw a perpendicular from a to b, perpendicular. So this quantity is a cos theta. That is not from origin to b, that is a, you draw a perpendicular onto b line. So this quantity, this one is called a cos theta. So this is the scalar projection actually, because the dot product is a scalar. Remember, dot product is a scalar. We'll write it after ending. So this is the projection. How you will find out the scalar projection? In the question also it was given to you, find the scalar projection. So how you will find the scalar projection? You write, first you know how to write. So projection of A onto B. So B will be in the denominator side. Actual denominator not, this is the down side, and the upper side will be A. So projection A to B. So remember how the formula, A dot B divided by B magnitude onto B. B के ऊपर गिर रहा है, A जो है वो B के ऊपर 90 डिग्री से गिर रहा है. So इसलिए this quantity, so we have written B magnitude in the denominator. Remember, projection of A to B, so that means B is the denominator. If projection B to A, then A will be denominator. So remember, projection of A to B, projection of A onto B. What is the question asking? This is important. We will solve the problem on Sunday. Whatever we are read, we will solve this in the Sunday section. Sunday is our problem section. So remember, projection of A onto B. So A onto B. Remember, I am repeating 3 to 4 times because this is important, and this is the scalar projection. This is the scalar product. So you know how to find A dot B. A1, A2 plus B1, B2, otherwise the cosine formula. If it's the angle given. If angle not given, then use the second formula. So this is the A vector. Actually, this is the magnitude of A. Okay, this is the magnitude of A projection to theta. A projection to theta. So this is the A cos theta. Okay. So remember, projection of A to B, A dot B divided by B magnitude. So we know the magnitude, direction, then addition, then subtraction, then how to represent a vector, then what is the unit vector along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, then represent a vector, then the addition, subtraction, then the multiplication. So one of the multiplication, the dot product, and another is the cross product. So remember, dot product is scalar quantity. So theta is the angle between a vector and b vector, and a vector is perpendicular acting to b, so this is the projection. So this is the cross dot product meaning actually. So remember, so dot product is a scalar product. Sometimes we also call it as scalar product. Okay, you can when you are writing the notes, mute the audio and write the notes, and if you don't read, then again listen the audio. So this is the scalar product. So dot product we also call as scalar product, because if you look to the dot product formula, there is no direction. A magnitude, B magnitude, and cos theta. Where is the direction? So there is no direction. So let's go to the cross product. Actually, cross product is the vector product. This is not scalar. So we have two products. And remember, the addition and subtraction are vectors, because vector is there. A1 plus A2 into I cap. So these are the vectors. Wherever unit vector, remember this is a vector. So scalar product, sorry, cross product is a vector product, and it will be represented by A cross B. So what is the formula? A magnitude, B magnitude into sine theta into n cap. A magnitude into B magnitude into sine theta into n cap. There was cos theta. So this is a vector. That's why we have given n cap. So remember to this n cap. The n cap is given due to the vector only. So A cross B is a magnitude, B magnitude, sine theta into n cap. So what is the another formula? So what is the A vector? A1 I cap plus A2 j cap plus A3 k cap. We also revise this class shortly in our next video, that is in the free body diagram section. So keep watching, and if any doubt or any misunderstand or any mistake, you can contact me through me. So this is the A vector, A1 I cap plus A2 j cap plus A3, and the B vector. So how write the cross product? Write the I cap, j cap, k cap, then A1, A2, A3, then B1, B2, B3. So this is the determinant actually. Put two straight lines in the upward side, so in the left and right side. So this is the determinant. If you don't know the determinant in the mathematics, you also studies this determinant. So now you just write it, that what is the determinant. So these are two formula: A magnitude, B magnitude, sine theta into n cap, and the second one this is the first one and this is the second one. In the determinant फॉर्म आई जे के उसके नीचे लिखना A1 A2 A3, फिर उसके नीचे लिखना B1 B2 B3 और उसका डिटर्मिनेंट दे देना. तो दो लाइन है लेफ्ट और राइट में, सो उसको हम डिटर्मिनेंट बोलते हैं. चल वो मैट्रिक्स का डिटर्मिनेंट है. तो जब आप मैथमेटिक्स में पढ़ेंगे तब ये क्लियर हो जाएगा कि डिटर्मिनेंट क्या है और क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट कैसे निकालते हैं. So this is for physics. You just need small things. How to do dot product, how to do cross product. If angle is given, if angle is not given, then what is n vector? N cap. What is n cap? This is the unit vector perpendicularly to both A vector and B vector. So n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both A vector and B vector. Remember simultaneously. n cap A और B दोनों को perpendicular होना चाहिए. अगर आप आपके कर्नर में देखेंगे तो एक ईस्ट में है, एक नॉर्थ में है और एक अपवर्ड है. सो जो अपवर्ड है वो ईस्ट और नॉर्थ दोनों को वो परपेंडिकुलर है. तो ऐसा है इनका. सो ये दोनों को परपेंडिकुलर, दैट इज दोनों को 90 डिग्री एंगल कर रहा है. सो इनका हाउ यू फाइंड द साइन थीटा? दिस इज A क्रॉस B डिवाइडेड बाय A मैग्नीट्यूड B मैग्नीट्यूड. This is the sine theta. Then how you will find the theta? Theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. So first of all, we have discussed in dot product how to find theta. Now in cross product how to find theta. So you do the A cross B using the determinant form. Then A magnitude B magnitude multiply. Then you will find out the sine theta. Then theta is the sine inverse of this thing. So specially you use the dot product. So these are the axis, x axis, y axis, z axis. So I cap, j cap, k cap are the unit vectors along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, and all the three axes are perpendicular to each other. ये जो तीनों एक्सिस है वो दूसरे के साथ कितना एंगल करते हैं ना 90 डिग्री करते हैं. इसलिए अगर आप कर्नर को भी देखेंगे आपके घर में तो वो जो आई कैप, जे कैप एंड के कैप. सो दिस आर द यूनिट वेक्टर्स along x and y and z axis. So theta is 90 degree between. So what is the angle between I and j cap? 90 degree. So that's why I dot j equal to 0. I dot I equal to 1. Because I and I, this is the same vector, and I into j, these are the two opposite vector. We have discussed and we have noticed that the angle between I and j is 90 degree. This is the magnitude actually. I vector magnitude is 1, j cap magnitude 1, k cap and magnitude 1. Then use the dot product formula. Angle between same vector is 0. You also know that this angle between same vector is 0. If a vector and a vector, then angle 0. Angle between I cap and I cap also 0. But angle between I and j is 90 degree because I in the x direction, j in the y direction. So here theta is 90 degree. But I and I, theta is 0. Remember, I is in x, j in y. So angle will be 90. And remember this trigonometry, cos 90 equal to 0 and cos 0 is 1. Cos 90 is 0, cos 0 is 1. We know this in the 10th class. So j dot j equal to 1, j dot k equal to 0. बिकॉज जे जो है वो नॉर्थ में जा रहा है और के जो है वो ऊपर जा रहा है. तो जो नॉर्थ में जा रहा है ऊपर जा रहा है उसके बीच में एंगल होता है 0. So remember the cross product I j k, this is anti-clockwise. Your clock is rotating like this is clockwise. Your clock, look to your watch or your clock, that is rotating clockwise. So remember I cross j equal to k, clockwise, not to the arrow. I cross j equal to k, but j cross I equal to minus k because this is formula a cross b equal to minus into b cross a. Remember minus is outside the bracket. This is not connected to B. This is not connected to B. A cross B is minus B cross A. So this is the reverse thing. So that's why, okay, I cross I is, what will be I cross I? The angle between I and I is 0. So sine 0, sine 90 is 1 and sine 0 is 0. We also know this trigonometry. Sine 90 is 1 and sine 0 is 0. So angle between I and I is 0. Therefore sine 0 is 0. That's why I cross I equal to 0. You remember to the formula A cross B, A magnitude, B magnitude, sine theta into n cap. So I cross I is 0. Now J cross I equal to minus k cap. J cross I will be a minus k cap. I cross J equal to k cap. So remember this a cross product. The formula A cross B equal to minus B cross A. The minus n is the outside in the open bracket, close bracket. So that your angle between the same vector is 0 and the angle between the I and J and K, that is two axis angle, is 90 degree if you look to the corner. So your A dot B equal to B dot A. This is the scalar case. In the scalar case there will be no negative, that is A dot B will be B dot A. This is commutative. So the dot product is commutative, but the cross product is not commutative. There is one negative sign. So remember to this. Okay, so remember the cross product and we will discuss why I cross J equal to K, why J cross K equal to I. But when the reverse is due to the formula, and we will also discuss how this reverse will change to negative sign in the next class. So go to my next class. Okay, so quickly we'll discuss the what are we discussed today? So one is the vector, how we represent the vector, what is the unit vector, then what is the magnitude, what is the vector magnitude, how we will find out the magnitude, what is the formula, then the angle, what is the angle between them. Actually this notify your direction. Angle is your direction and magnitude is your that formula 1 square a2 square. So angle and the projection and the calculus, that is the addition, subtraction, multiplication. So remember this vector. So okay, so we'll see in the next class about more details on the vector. The vector class will be continued because some important things are remaining. Okay, let's discuss another shortly, that is the physical meaning of the cross product. Actually the physical meaning of dot is the projection, but what is the physical meaning of the cross product? So we have two vector, one a vector and another is the b vector. The let's dotted it and complete a rectangle. Then the corner side, that is the hypotenuse, will give the triangle AB vector using. So what is a cross b? Actually a cross b magnitude, that will give you the area of the rectangle. That rectangle we completed using the dotted and the straight lines. So that will give you the area of the rectangle. Then what is half into a cross b? So look to the graph. Half of a cross b is the half of the rectangle, that is the triangle. So half into a cross b magnitude. First find a cross b. If angle given, use the first formula. If angle not given, use the determinant. Find out the cross product, then take its magnitude. Cross product is vector, so cross product will come vector, but its magnitude is scalar. So half into a cross b magnitude will give you area of the triangle. So remember the physical quantities. A cross b magnitude give you the rectangle, but half a cross b give you the half of a cross b will give you the area of the triangle. So we'll discuss later more about the n cap. So the remaining courses of the vector, we'll discuss more about the n cap, that is how I cross j equal to k cap. Then discuss about more about the physical meaning. So thank you. So remember, Jai Jagannath.